All right, hey guys, Mr. Kyle, Myers Mathematics, and let's just jump right into it. This is going to be a video where we just solve this little problem about, sometimes they call it like intersecting chords, or just chords, or chord segments. There's a lot of things they call it, but basically you've got two segments in a circle that are crossing each other. They do have to be chords. They can't just be like random segments that are kind of just like floating inside your soup here. They have to be like attached to the edges. So they have to be actual chords for this to work. But when they cross, they do this weird thing where you can kind of just set up a proportion and solve it. So I'm just going to show you like practically how to do it and not why it works in this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to know why it works. But let's say we want to do, and I need purple here. So let's say we want to find out what x is first. That's probably the first go-to. Well, what you do is you kind of just tilt sideways. So you're going to tilt your head sideways, look at it just a little bit diagonal, and see if you can follow along. All right. And if you miss it, you can pause, you can go back and watch it again. But watch this. I'm going to go bar, bar, and then equals. AKA, I'm going to have a bar, and equals, and a bar. Above my left bar, I've got x. Below my left bar, I've got 6. Above my right bar, I've got 8. And below my right bar, I've got x plus 8. That's how you set it up, right? Congruent, not congruent chords, but intersecting chords. So that's what you do to set it up, and then we just cross multiply. So I'm going to do x times x plus 8 is equal to 6 times 8. Okay, that's going to be x squared plus 8x. And by the way, 6 times 8, right? So that's going to be 6 times 4 is 24, if you know that one. If you don't know 6 times 8, and then you could double it from there, or you could just know that 6 times 8 is 48. Either way, 6 times 8, 48, or 8 times 6. I don't know. I like to think of it as 6 times 8 because they both end in 8. That helps you remember some of your multiplication tables there. So that's going to equal 48, but then if we subtract it on both sides, actually, you know what? Let me do that as a separate step. If we subtract it on both sides, then I would get minus 48 equal to 0, and then I'm going to want factors of 48. So I'm actually going to squeeze this up here somewhere. So factors of 48. And I want those factors of 48 to give me 8 when I put them together. So 1 in 48, probably not. Actually, you know what? Let's kind of do this sideways. We'll do this sideways. So I'm going to get rid of this. So let's say 48. And we'll do the factors sideways here. So 1 in 48. No. And also, we need it to give us negative 48. So it could be like plus or minus 1, plus or minus 48. It's going to be easier if I think about it this way. Besides, I'm going to want to subtract to get a positive 8. I want to put my factors of 48 together, negative 48, so that I get positive 8. So a positive and a negative factor, aka I'm going to be subtracting. 48 minus 1 would be 47. Not good enough yet. Okay, what about 2? So negative 2. Okay, and then what else? Well, that would be 24. Nope, that's not going to work either. What about negative 3? 16? No, but we're getting closer. 4 and 12. That will work because negative 4 plus 12, or 12 minus 4 is positive 8. Those are the factors we want. So those are the factors I'm going to get. X minus 4, x plus 12. Set that equal to 0. So if I solve this, I get x is either equal to 4 or negative 12. Now that's algebraically, though. If you think about it in the context here, one of the sides, BI, is literally x. But side lengths can't be negative. You can't have a length of negative 12 because we're speaking about length here and not like distance with direction. Okay, so not magnitude, which is distance and direction put together, but this is just length. Just length can't be negative. Because if you have a negative, that might help you to say like, oh, well, it's the opposite direction. Well, there's no direction here, it's just length. So x has to only be 4. And so that is it for that part, at least. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 here. And I'm also going to check my answers eventually. But AC, we actually could have figured out right from the start. It would have just been 8 plus 6 to give us 14. BD is going to be x plus 8. So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 8 is 16. So that's all the different things. However, I'm going to do one more thing real quick because we want to check our work. It's always a good idea to check your work and just to make sure it works. So if I plug in my x value, 4 to 6, right? So 4 and 6 should be the same proportion as 8 and x plus 8, as in 4 plus 8, which is 12. And yeah, that looks like that is 4 to 6, 8 to 12. If I times by 2, yeah, that's the same proportion. So it works. And that's going to be it for this video. Hope that it's been helpful. I'm trying to find the end button. There it is. Have a good one. Let me know if you need anything. And I have a guide. I have lots of things on my website, but one of them is a guide that I made called the 5 math mistakes everyone makes and how to avoid them. You can go check that out on my website, myersmathematics.com, as well as check out some other videos in the channel. Have a great day, y'all.